All right, today we're going to make a video about chickens and how to keep them from having mites or any other bugs. So we've had chickens for approximately 15, 16 years. And when we first got them years and years ago, we had a mite problem. And my wife talked to an older lady that she worked with about it. And the lady told her that don't worry about treating the chicken for mites. Just keep the mites from getting your chickens. So she told her she worked in a poultry house in the 50s, and all they did to keep chickens from getting any pests, bugs, mites, fleas, whatever may bother your chicken is a bag of elemental sulfur. So we'll go in there, we'll take a look at the bag. You can buy elemental sulfur on Amazon or most of your garden centers. I think we bought it originally at our local garden center. It's used to acidify soil. So you want to look for organic, in my opinion, organic elemental sulfur. So this chicken house, we have it hanging in the entranceway, the chicken door, because the nesting box is above that and it protects it from the elements, the weather. So, because you don't want the sulfur to get wet in the bag. And then that's just some cloth bag. I have no idea where I bought that. So, you could use an old gym sock, whatever. Just put elemental sulfur in it. The chickens brush up against it and it transfers a little bit of dust. The last time I bought a bag was probably 4 years ago of it. It was about $10 or $15. You can find it on, like I said, Amazon or your garden center. Fill the bag, hang it. You probably need to top that bag off. That one you can see is about only a quarter full, so about 2 years. Every 2 years you need to top it off. We and we have there's not flies in these coops in the summer. There's no fleas, no mites, no bugs of any kind bother my chickens, go in their chicken house. No mosquitoes will be in there. It's a lovely trick. It's just elemental sulfur. In this chicken house, we have it right inside the nesting box. So when they go in and out of the nesting box, they're going to bump up against it. And we have a broody hen. She's sitting on a clutch of eggs. So maybe we'll get some new chicks. We have a few Wyandottes in this flock, and they go broody every year. Not all of them, but they'll hatch us a few eggs. They're not the greatest egg layers. They're a little bit heavy bird. They eat a lot. They eat more than they produce, honestly. But the rest of our flock there's a red sex link, crimson queen, black Australoop. We'll probably go to the next batch of chickens that we bring in will be more black Australoops. Hawks don't mess with them, and this run is fairly large. I think it's 150 feet long, just about at the widest point 50 feet. It necks down to probably 25. But with no cover other than the trees that they hide in, and that protects them fairly well from the hawks. The crows come and hang out around here, and hawks don't like crows, and the crows will make noise, and the chickens will go hide in the trees. It's kind of a nice relationship, I guess. The crows come and grab some of the compost or scratch we throw the chickens every once in a while, but I never see them down in here. So it's just an interesting relationship. Maybe they just like harassing the hawks. So over here we have their bathhouses. I guess that's what we call them, where they take dust baths. In there, we'll put drop my microphone. In there, we'll put a little bit of sand. Well, not a little bit of sand. A bag of sand, some peat moss. There's two of them. Bag of sand, peat moss, and some diatomaceous earth. I don't think the diatomaceous earth is necessary since we didn't have mites before we started doing that, but my wife read it somewhere and thought it would be a good idea. So they go in there and they get their dust bath, and that would clean any pests out of there too. But yeah, so we have no mites. Haven't had mites. One time we had them probably 15, 16 years ago. Haven't had any since. No bugs, no flies. Really no mosquitoes in the run. There's some mosquitoes, outside, but not right up on the chickens. I'll see if I can find a chicken if I can get it. I can't catch them, but you can see I'm panning around trying to show you their feet. There's no bites on them ever. I do keep an eye on that, even though I don't really need to. At this point, I know that none of those bloodsuckers are attacking them. So elemental sulfur, get it at Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon, whatever your local garden center is, and you will have no mites. I don't want to be putting my chicken's feet in soap and spraying neem oil on them and everything else. I would much rather just have chickens that don't get attacked by bugs. So I think all the treatments are a poor way to take care of animals. Just keep them from having the problem in the beginning. Trying to watch the rooster. He's a Wyandotte that his father was I believe, a Buckeye. We had Buckeyes for a while. And his mother was a Wyandotte, either a red or golden. It could have been or a blue one, but I doubt it was a blue one. So he's like a Buckeye Wyandotte cross. And he was hatched here. So he's very friendly to people. So we'll be keeping him for a good long time. And there's a blue Wyandotte. She's been around. I guess the Wyandottes are probably pushing some of them going on about 6 years. Like I said, we do lose some to predators, but in exchange for that, my chickens get all this wilderness. It's not really wilderness, but all this outdoor space. Joel Salatin talks about how chickens, if they eat, I think it's 2 blades of grass a week, will reduce their chance of getting disease and sickness. I've never have sick chickens. I have had a few die, but usually they're weeded out by a hawk getting in here or a every once in a while a fox. Fox will make its way through the fence. Pretty much, not too often. Mostly just the aerial predators. But this area is so big that it would be hard for me to put any type of netting or something over the top. In order to do that, I would have to get rid of the trees, and the chickens in the summertime, they really enjoy being in the trees. They're jungle fowl. So that's not going to happen. I want them to have the best existence they can have. So they have a grass area, kind of a woody brush area, and indoor at nighttime. So these automatic doors, there's an automatic door there. It goes down at night. So nothing comes in and gets them at nighttime. They're safe there. She's trying to tell you something. She's saying elemental sulfur. Elemental sulfur will keep the mites away. Your chickens deserve it. All right, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment. No mites, no fleas. Probably cost you $2 a year. $30 startup cost.